gentlemen, start your engines.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back again on a Sunday night for the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series, brought to us by Savage Edge Graphics. Coming at you live from Daytona International Speedway. However, we're not just going left tonight, we're going left and right. Joining me tonight, as always, is Terry, that's Taffy Man Foster. Terry, how we doing tonight?
Sam, we're at Daytona again. Man, I'm glad to be here. A little cool up here in Ohio this week. 58 laps, 3.56 miles on this road course, Sam. But Sam, tonight we got something a little different. We've already decided with a little bit of a dice roll of a caution break. Want to talk about it?
Yeah, tonight, as always, ladies and gentlemen, normally we don't run cautions in this league. However, on road courses, we only have one random, I guess you could call it what, Terry, a fun caution? Competition caution?
Yeah, competition.
We'll let everybody stack up and catch back up to the field and everything. But tonight, that caution is going to be thrown on lap 35. Once they take lap 36, they have to actually complete lap 35. So once they throw or come to lap 36, Garrett, old Hammer up in the booth, is going to throw the yellow. They're going to come back around, get some tires, fuel up, re-rack them, restack them, and finish it out.
And plus, Sam, let's not forget, tonight, for the next 5 races, we start the head-to-head bracket. So what this means, this just went to the top 32 in our points. And that means number 1 seat guy will take on the number 32 guy. The 2 seat guy takes on the 31. 3 to 30, and so on and so on and so on. Now, here's the thing. After 5 races, Sam, the number 1 guy that takes it all home with him at the end of the 5 races gets $50. Second place gets 25. Third and fourth both get 15 apiece, which is pretty cool. And I want to give a big shout out to that number 6 driver out there, Derek Paulson. He actually donated $55 into this thing, Sam, to pay out.
So it's going to be something a little different that we're trying here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As practice starts to wind down, it's time for us to head down trackside and start pre-race ceremony. So if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. Thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a great rendition of our national anthem. Everybody, please go check out Mullet Music Productions on YouTube. We're in the qualifying right now, taking a look at that number 71 of Chris Legault. Just got the green flag, I believe, there, Terry. If not, he's coming around to get the green flag. It's such a big track.
It definitely is. Like I said, it's a 3.56 mile track here, Sam. It takes about these guys are running about a minute. I can't remember what it was. Minute 40, minute 30, something like that. I can't remember what they were running.
They're almost at the 2 minutes there, Terry. A bunch of guys were running 155s, 156s were the fast times in practice. So almost 2 minute lap times around this big roval, I guess you could call it, road course. And especially with NASCAR adding this last chicane down here, it's going to make things interesting. Now, we have raced here before. We did race here last year.
Absolutely, we did. Again, in the ARCA car. Now we're in this Xfinity car. And what I'll try to do tonight is stay on top of the head-to-head with some of these drivers. Right now, we're looking at the 71 car, Chris Legault. He actually goes against Mark Arthur tonight at a head-to-head combat. So whichever one of these guys finishes the best moves on to the next bracket. So pick out your favorite driver tonight, everybody.
Let's go ahead and bounce around, Terry, because a lot of these guys are out on track. Pretty much everybody's out on track, and they're all at least getting their green flag right now. We're taking a look at the 24, Samuel Lawson, just going to be bouncing around here. Do you know who that number 3 at Corey Sherman's going against tonight, Terry?
Well, you had to go that way, didn't you? Mm-hmm. So this is going to be funny tonight, Sam. We got teammates going to each other. 3 of Corey Sherman against the 44 of Aaron Bockover. And man, my phone has been blowing up all day between these two guys.
Well, we're taking a look at Aaron Bockover, the 44 right now. He's going through the kink. It looks like he's on lap 1, so he just took the green flag. Going up against his teammate there. Let's go. Let's see here. Let me give you someone at random here, Terry. Who's Joshua Rutherford going up against?
Well, I got to find his name here real quick in my stat sheet. Give me a second. You just stay on him. I'll find him here in a second. Corey Rutherford. Joshua Rutherford. Oh, here we go. Josh Rutherford's actually going against Rick Thompson. Rick Thompson is still on vacation, so Joshua Rutherford gets an automatic pass, buy through, go through, whatever you want to call it.
So we talked to him right before the race too, Terry. What was his goal tonight? Basically just keep all 4 wheels on the track. He doesn't want to get any kind of incident points tonight. That's 64.
Yeah, he definitely, man, he wanted to keep it clean, get that 0X coming out of the race tonight. And another big one, Sam, he wants to stay on the lead lap. So, I mean, that's going to be a lot of laps to stay on the lead lap. But it's a long track. I think he'll be okay in that 64.
Well, we're looking that the drivers are going to be able to do maybe, about 11 laps here on fuel. So we're going to see a couple of green flag pit stops before we get that first caution flag and only caution flag of the evening. With it being a road course, ladies and gentlemen, we know iRacing won't throw a full course yellow. It'll just be localized cautions. So I think a lot of drivers are going to be banking on that lap 35 caution, Terry.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to pit a couple times. But then again, we also got the TSP halfway award tonight, Sam. That'll be on lap 29, taking lap 30. And we will be handing them out an award after the race tonight. So whoever gets that. Now, there's going to have to be strategy, Sam, I think.
There's definitely going to be some strategy involved. How about Dave Seats, man? He just went top of the board, and that's the first 154 I've seen all night thus far.
Dave Seats that I've seen in the past, actually, Dave Seats is actually going up against Andy Poliski tonight. So that's going to be a tough battle tonight. But
it definitely
Dave Seats is I'm not going to say a ringer at road courses, but he's pretty good, I think.
He prefers the road courses. He definitely likes the roads side of things. So, and he went at Watkins Glen. So someone we're going to have to keep an eye on. And Terry, you mentioned he's going up against Andy Poliski tonight. Look who just took 3rd on the qualifying charts, Andy Poliski. So they're going to be starting right next to each other. A battle we're going to have to watch all night long.
So I jumped down there and talked to Polisky, and I think you might have been in there. But he was telling me, he says, man, I want a top 5 tonight. I said, okay. And I looked at his speeds. Man, he was well below mid-pack on his speeds. So right now, and Polisky in that 32 showing in the 3rd spot.
How about this 89 car, the lone Dutchman, Terry, Philip Van Vliet? He just finishes up his qualifying run, but 7th on the charts. Good run for the number 89.
Yeah, awesome run out of him. I actually talked to his head-to-head combat tonight, which I want to say was a Perkins, I believe. Hold on. I got to find him. Yes, it was John Perkins. And Perkins, he definitely come out and said, dude, I don't run. I'm not a road course guy, but I'm really wanting to do tonight, just keep it on the track. Speaking of keeping on the track, looks like that number 1 sitting there.
Yeah, he got a little loose there, Terry. We caught that. Just switched over to Steven Johnson in the number 2. He goes 5th fastest. First lap goes really deep into 1. Man, he had that thing sideways.
Yeah, watching practice earlier, saying that number 2 car was actually pretty fast. So, see what that Steven Johnson has for him tonight.
Everybody's getting times in right now. Remember, you're going to go for the biggest mover. You got to set a competitive lap time. Not only that, you do have to finish on the lead lap. Newcomer Dustin Ping in that 81, Terry. He's out on track. 12th right now on lap 2.
That's a sharp-looking car. I like that look. Yeah, Dustin Ping, like you said, sitting there in... Why is that thing not working right? There we go, 13th. Yeah.
Mike Hamlin in the number 28 as well. He's coming to finish up his qualifying run. Currently 6th on the board, 155.53. Ooh, a little
sideways.
He got out of shape coming through. That's a challenging turn there too, Terry.
Yeah, trying to get back up on the speedway right there. That is very challenging, especially in these heavy cars. Sam, you and I both done the 24-hour here, and these cars are just way heavier than what we've driven, the little Porsche and stuff.
Mark Arthur's on lap 2 right now. First lap, 156.43.
I actually got some words from Mark Arthur tonight. His goal is to stay on the track. And Sam, something I haven't heard out of drivers really this season. He's here for the longevity, to be here at the end of the season with some high points. So 12th car, he just wants to make his way around here tonight.
I think the biggest thing tonight, Terry, is going to be this start and then this the restart once we get to lap 35. Gaining that track position is going to be key here. Not only are you racing the drivers around you, but this road course racing, you're racing the track.
Yeah, every time I've been on it, that's what I hear. Maybe don't race the guy in front of you, just race the track, because the track will beat you.
Mark gonna be able to make it. He's got 5 seconds. Get this final lap in. Just barely.
He barely.
It was a little bit slower, but it is gonna count.
Mark takes it up to 12th.
All right. Well, go ahead and get that fixed up there. Let's start going through that grid.
Want me to start her out?
If you want it, Terry.
Oh, I gotta find it here. All right. Starting at number 1 spot, 99 is Chris Carroll. 14, Dave Seats, number 2. Number 3 is Jamie Walker. 4, Andy Polisky. Ryan Flanagan starting 5th. Brian D starting 6th. Stephen T. Johnson starting 7th. In that 8th spot will be Mike Hamlin. In the 9th, Derek Paulson. Mark Arthur, as we just seen, took 10th. Philip Van Fleet starting 11th. Taylor Butcher Benjamin starting 12th. In that 13th is John Perkins. Cody Gibson in that 7th starts in 14th. Dustin Ping in 81 starting 15th. Joshua Reeford in the 64 starting 16th. Aaron Bacher with a 44 starting 17th. Good, Tim.
Corey Sherman's going to be to his outside in 18th, with Corey Rutherford starting in 19th. To his outside teammate Paul Ellison in 20th. Ryan Zimmerman going to be starting in 21st, with Kyle Wildman Wellman to his outside in 22nd. Tanner Marr is going to be starting back there in 23rd, with Chris Legou to his outside in 24th. Rolling off 25th is Larry Bell, and to his outside, Amanda Sherman in the number 8 in 26th. Michael Miller going to be starting in 27th, with Samuel Lawson starting in 28th. Ty Morosco rolling off 29th here tonight, with Dalton Kilroy to his outside in 30th. Kobe Sutphin is going to be starting in 31st, with Donald Bennett to his outside in 32nd. And rounding out your field tonight is the 09 of Jason Bauer starting in 33rd.
Good job.
Should start rolling off here pretty quick.
Yep. Drivers meeting going on right now, Sam. The Hammer's actually talking to him.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, when these guys come down to this final chicane, what's going to happen is they're going to go straight through it. They're not going to be taking the chicane. It's going to allow everybody to get the most fair restart that they can. I think it's good. I think that's a good idea, Terry.
It is. And I also heard him talk about no restart zone. There's no Geico restart zone here. So that's going to be pretty interesting, too.
It's interesting because there's a restart zone in the tri-oval, but okay.
Yep, I heard him. The race control told him there was not be no restart zone.
Well, doesn't matter. Pace car's off. Green flag is out, and we're racing here at Daytona Road.
Oh, man, the one in the back of the 27 already. 27's got damage, didn't even take cross the line.
Well, we're going barreling down into turn 1 right now. Trying to get a good shot of the field as we go through turn 1. Chris Carroll gets out to the lead. Jamie Walker second. Dave Seats hangs on to third. Looking to the inside of Walker here. Steven Johnson trying to hang on to fifth back there as he's side by side with Flanagan. Gonna go ahead and let him have it. Carroll's already out to looks like about a 6/10 lead already, Terry.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at that too, and actually going through the field. These drivers are getting these things in line quick, Sam.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, just trying to go back through the field. Looks like Mike Hamlin has a little damage already too, Terry. And then looks like Brian Dees might have been the recipient of that, as he's got some rear end damage.
We talked about at the top of the show about the bracket. I'm looking at the 3 and 44. They're nose and tail right now.
It's only lap 1. You still got plenty of time.
Absolutely.
But they are nose and tail.
Now, Sam, remember last road course we was at, Chris Carroll was leading this thing pretty much the whole race. Then, 4 or 5 laps to go, he wrecked. Oh, yeah, and lost that thing.
Well, he's still out leading. Jamie Walker runs second right now. Dave Seats back there in third. Now, Seats just tried to make a move on Walker, but lost his momentum once we got through the last chicane right there. Ryan Flanagan holds on to 4th. Steven Johnson back there in 5th. Poliski's dropped 2 spots since the start of this race. He's back there in 6th.
Dalton Kilroy out there apologizing to the 55 of Ellison for getting into the curb, and evidently got too close to him as he locks up the 41.
It looks like everybody's starting to get a little spread out here. We got some contact in the back. Maybe one driver going off track here.
Looks like Sam Lawson in the 24. Easy, easy. There you go, Sam. Good job.
Brings it back out on track there in front of that 43 of Larry Bell. You got Cody Gibson right behind those guys.
Cody Gibson right now is our points leader. He's actually the first one I talked to tonight, Sam. His big thing is tonight, finish the race, man. He's good with his speed, and he actually changed his wheel and his pedal before the start of the race today, Sam. So we'll see what happens with that car.
Well, something's going on with him and Mark Arthur, man, because they're both, it looks like, almost a lap down.
Yeah, Mark, I believe, started from the pits.
I don't know why timing and scoring is showing them one lap down, though. That's really weird. It doesn't matter. Chris Carroll out to the race lead right now, 2 seconds. Dave Seats got around Jamie Walker, though, Terry, and he's starting to make some headway up towards Carroll.
Jamie Walker, we've seen him dominate on these type of tracks before. I think he's just trying to, settle down in his seat. Again, he uses that motion rig just like Corey Sherman does. So probably just trying to feel that thing out.
Chris Carroll just set the fastest lap of the race thus far, 154.49. Kind of going through the field here as we take lap 3 of 58 on board with Derek Paulson. He's back here in 9th. Hear him working that throttle.
Paulson in that 6th, nobody behind him to worry about, nobody really in front of him to run over. So it might be a good night for that 6th car.
Might have a little issue here. Aaron Bockover showing he got real slow there, Terry. Might have went off into the grass a little bit. Let's go see what happened to the 44. Oh yeah, loops it. Goes down into the grass, almost gets to 55. Nice save though. Keeps it rolling.
Yeah, it's nice you didn't get a hold of Ellison on that one there.
But that helps Corey Sherman. Where is Corey running right now? He's up there in 15th, kind of by himself right now. Problems it looks like for Chris Legoo. Let's go back and see what happened to Chris there, because he was in the wall right there. Locked it up going into that right-hander after the kink. Did a good job. Barely touched them tire barriers, but yeah, he lost a lot of time there.
Still trying to stay in front of the 31 of Bennett.
And Bennett currently scored in 33rd. So now it is showing Mark Arthur and Cody Gibson. It looks like it fixed itself, Terry, because it's not showing them a lap down anymore. I don't know what it was doing before that.
Chris Carroll out there all by himself with, shoot, man, almost a 2 1/4 lead over Dave Seach right now. But don't forget, everybody, after lap 35, taking 36, we will get a caution. These drivers will bunch back up. Wow, big old, is that Walker did that? Sliding his tires?
No, that was Steven Johnson right there. It looked like he's going to lose a lot of momentum in about 3 positions right here. I think he did that just kind of to maybe recollect himself. I mean, he knows that caution is coming later on. You just kind of gather yourself back up. You just might have heated the tires up too much, so you got to cool them back down. You're going to have to take a lap to at least do that. So just going to try and get back into a rhythm here and try and catch back up to that number 28 of Mike Hamlin.
Yeah, the 2-car goes really wide right there too, out on them rumble strips to that right side of that car. I guess you get both tires wore in here.
Got a couple of MFRD boys back here. Dalton Kilrow in 11th, Terry. He's up 19 spots since the start of this race. And then you got Taylor Butcher Benjamin there in 12th.
Actually, Dalton Kilrow, Sam, he finished 4th here last time we were here. So, I mean, I don't see bad things out of that 41 tonight, that's for sure. Brian Dees was another one I wanted to mention tonight. He finished third here the last time we were here. Right now, Brian Dees is sitting in the 5th place, up 1 spot from the start of the race.
Doing a good job. So is Andy Poliski holding on to 6 back there. Mike Hamlin doing the same. Steven Johnson brings his car down pit side.
Is it early pit schedule for Johnson?
That's definitely an unscheduled stop out of the number 2. It has to be.
I'll stay on top of him and see what he's going to do.
And Ty Morosco, Terry, he's got some heavy damage to the right rear of that car. I don't know what happened to the number 1. Maybe we can go back and see here.
I think he might have slammed in one of the walls, Sam.
Let's see. I might have a replay earlier here. Yeah, so he gets loose there. Oh, I don't know. That must have been back in qualifying. I don't know why it would. That's race control program, Terry. Sometimes it's not accurate at all.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that too. I'm looking at things right now. I was like, what in the world?
Yeah, because he's got damage, but I'm not seeing an X or anything anywhere. Out of time, Roscoe.
Sam, I don't know what happened, but Steve Johnson actually took his car behind the wall. He's sitting behind the hauler.
Well, we do know that he did just have a newborn child, so he might have to deal with that. Might have just turned a couple of laps to get the points and called it a night. We all know how that goes. I'm sure he'll be in chat to let us know. Speaking of chat, Terry, we've been trying to read everybody's chat here a little bit more. We see Lori and Connie out there going for Mark and Tanner. Then Mike's out there, Terry, just says, let's go racers. Do you have a pick tonight, Terry?
I actually been thinking about that all day, and that is not a joke. I was looking at pretty much the race team of Work in Progress with Poliski, Rutherford, and Ellison. Man, one of those guys has got to be my pick. These guys run a road a lot. So I'm kind of favoring the Work in Progress team tonight.
Well, you know what, Terry? He won Watkins Glen. I got to go with the 14 of seats. He's always been good at the road courses. He puts himself in position to win here. He did it at Watkins Glen. I'm going to put my money on the 14 and Dave Seats.
14 Dave Seats, and I'm taking the whole team of Work in Progress. And yeah, Mike, we see you out there, bud. I appreciate you coming on and saying hi, bud. And next time you come down here, I got something special for you. So thanks, big brother. Glad you're out there.
Dave Seats is actually starting to catch up to the back bumper of Carroll.
Sam, you know more about these cars than I do. What kind of, can you wear the tires out really bad in these things going left and right?
Oh, well, absolutely. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like we see tire wear on ovals, but the thing is that you can wear those rear tires out a lot quicker, right? Because you get on the gas, you can spin the tires if you're in first gear coming out of the corner. I mean, there's a lot of factors to it. The biggest thing is not heating those rear tires up, because the second you do, like I said before, it's going to take you about half a lap to a lap to get them back down to a good operating temperature.
And one thing else I've noticed about running road courses is you mess up a turn for some reason, that thing sticks in your head for a few laps, and you got to settle your butt down, or you're done. Seven laps into this race, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, looks like about 9 to 11 laps on a fuel run. So we ain't too far from getting the green flag pit stops.
Problems for the 3 of Corey Sherman.
Oh, no.
He went around. I don't know if he got an X out of it or not.
Oh, he's in the grass along with,
There it
I can't
is.
see who that other car is.
Cody Supfin. The 23. Corey Sherman in the grass. Well, guess what, Terry? Bockover just got around him, so now Corey's got some work to do. And now here's the thing. He's got a lot of dirt and stuff built up on those tires. Them tires are going to be really iffy here for the next couple of turns.
Yeah, and he's got a nice hairpin coming up right here. So, yeah, Corey's going to have to be careful.
Might have overdrove it just a little bit, Terry, and got into the grass. I'm wondering what happened. See if I can get a replay of what happened to the number 3 of Sherman here. So I think it was going down into turn 1. Goes down. Now he just gets sideways. Not enough to give him an out of control X or anything like that. So he didn't hit nothing. Then he goes down in the next corner, and as everybody tries to go around him, oh man, Bockover and him went side by side, and I think that's what it was, Terry. Sherman locks it up, trying to stay with his teammate, racing for the bracket.
Not only the bracket, Sam, but tomorrow night is going to be a banner. TNA Motorsports, we do a broadcast, podcast, whatever you want to call it, Monday nights at 8 o'clock after each and every race. So join us over on Facebook, YouTube, whatever thing else we're on. So we'll talk about tonight's race.
I got this for you. You ready? We'll get you to remember one of these days. TNA Motorsports on Facebook, Savage Edge Gaming on YouTube and Twitch.
There you go.
Bockover locks it up going down into turn 1. He's going to lose some time. Well, who's the 88 going up against tonight, Terry, in the bracket?
Give me a second, I'll tell you.
Sitting there in third.
Mr. Walker is actually going up against the 43 of Larry Bell.
Okay, so let's see where Larry Bell's running right now. Larry Bell currently scored back there in 28th. Problems for Amanda Sherman, Terry. She had a little issue there going into 1.
Amanda.
Yeah, she had a little issue there going into 1. Let's go back and see what happened. Maybe we can get a replay on it. Yeah, kind of the same thing Corey did. Just kind of entered and might have been on the brakes a little too hard. Got the rear end out from under and might have kissed the inside wall just a little bit, but not too much. She's going to be able to keep rolling.
If you walk away from this race with a 0X at the end of the night, Sam, I don't care if you're in last or first or somewhere in the middle. That's a heck of a night for you.
Let me see real quick here, Terry. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's quite a few people still out there with a 0X right now. Dave Seats was running Chris Carroll down. Now Carroll's pulled it back out 2 more tenths. We got 50 laps to go. So we've only done 8 laps. But green flag pit stops are going to be coming up here, Terry. We said we can only do about 11 laps.
And I think that's pushing it myself.
Well, we did get word from the work in progress, guys. That's who we were talking to before the race. They said that you could do about 11. Or about 9 to 11 is when we should start looking. So they're on lap 8 right now.
Did we just see that 3-car spin again?
He's bringing it down pit side.
Okay.
I'm not seeing him with a problem at all. Looks like the 23 Kobe Sutphin actually had some issues here. Looks like he got a black flag for something.
Never mind. I'm not live. I didn't have my live stream on my other computer.
Okay.
Sorry,
so
Corey.
It looks like they race control just gave him just a slow down penalty right there. He immediately cleared it after that. Looks like Larry Bell got one of those too. See what happened to old Bell. We go back. Yeah, he just misses the last chicane. Look at that. Steven comes to a complete stop just like you're supposed to in real life. Now here on iRacing, it's just a time penalty. I don't think he had to come to a stop, but he felt that was the best thing to do there.
Yeah, you got X amount of time to let that timer run down right above your head. And if you don't, it's a black flag.
And Brian Dees holds on to 5th. Ryan Flanagan there in 4th. Mike Hamlin, even with that damage on the front end of that race car, still holds on to 6th, doing a good job out here. Jamie Walker down in pit road, Terry. So let's see what the 88 decides to do here. I imagine we're going to see maybe just a fuel-only stop out of these guys. As Jamie makes me a liar. Thanks, Jamie.
Yeah, I
Right sides
was
go up
kind of
on
looking
that
at
car.
that too. It's like, no, I think his car actually went up, buddy.
Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe tires are going to mean something more than we think, Terry, here tonight. I mean, these road courses, it's kind of a hit or miss, but with these stock cars, I'm sure that fresh rubber is going to be a factor.
Well, we'll see what Jamie does in that 88, see how much time he can make up. We know Carroll and Seats has got right up to the back of Carroll.
Yeah, he's right there.
Did Carroll mess up and we miss it?
It's very possible. There's a lot of stuff we're going to miss tonight, Terry. We're kind of bouncing around trying to catch all the good battles going on the racetrack.
And just like that, Carroll just takes off again.
Yeah, just able to recover so quickly. But Dave Seats, I tell you what, he's being consistent. Why don't we go on board with the number 14 here? Let's just ride for a lap with Dave Seats in the number 14.
Actually, you're going through.
Actually, we got to go on board, and they're coming down pit road. So green flag pit stops happening here at Daytona Road Course. We got 48 laps to go. Pretty much the top 7 are on pit road right now.
Fuel and tires on these things, Sam.
Yeah, we went to kind of take just a couple second break there, Terry. Let the ride around with Dave Seats, and he said, "Hey guys, I'm coming down pit road."
Just heard Tanner Moore in the 4-car holler out. He's coming down pit lane.
Yeah, I think this the lap we're going to see everybody come down. I mean, Dalton Kilroy's on pit road. He's actually coming off pit road right now, but John Perkins and all those guys back 12th on back. They're coming out, getting on pit road. But Jamie Walker really didn't gain a whole lot of time, Terry. He gained on Dave Seats, but yeah, Carroll actually did a really good job, I guess, on his pit stop there. He took tires. He had so total time on pit road for the 99 was a 39.75 with a pit time of 14.80. Dave Seats' total time on pit road 40.27 with a pit stop time of 14.48. So, and Chris Carroll out to about a 2.7 second lead, or 2.27 second lead.
It's kind of looking at the 32 car Poliski, Sam. Him and Dustin Ping didn't take tires on that last pit stop. Actually, there's quite a few of them that hasn't taken tires yet.
Well, here's the thing, Terry. I mean, are you going to try and maybe wait and take tires once we get that caution? Make these guys kind of use their stuff up and, maybe play that strategy. Once we get to that caution there on lap 35, you come out and you get fresh tires. You may not have the track position you want, but you'll have the freshest rubber on the track.
Oh, Sam, the hammer is dropping hard tonight. 33 Perkins not exiting pit road on the right.
Okay, so John Perkins got a black flag.
I believe that's just a drive-through, and that will get cleared.
What we're going to see right here, he's coming to pit. Oh, misses the last part of the chicane. That's going to hurt him as here comes Josh Rutherford on by. Rutherford running in 12th. Yep, here comes John Perkins to serve that penalty. But you know what, Terry? That's not going to hurt him all that much, especially when we got the caution coming up here And not that long. I'm says 47 laps ago, so I'm not sure how long we got, but yeah.
So this is something that Van Fleet wants to see. Van Fleet and him are going head to head tonight.
Where is Phil?
Oh, man,
he
Perkins
clipped
slams the wall coming
Yeah.
out of pits.
Well, I tell you what, Terry, you said he's going up against Philip Van Fleet. Here he comes. Now, Perkins was able to get out in front of the 89, but now has damage to the right side of that car.
Absolutely. And if Van Fleet finds that out, he'll take advantage of it.
How about this 41, Terry? 23 spots since the start of the race. This 41 has gained, and now working on the back bumper of Mike Hamlin looking for 6th spot. And we haven't even gotten to the halfway point or the competition caution.
Yeah, the 41. He also, he was one of my picks, but I can't pick everybody. But he does work with the work in progress guys on another league in just nothing but road courses. So 41 Dalton Kilroy knows what he's doing out here in Daytona.
He's got something figured out. Like I said, he's not going to be eligible for the biggest mover, though, Terry, because I don't believe either one of his lap times counted in qualifying because he started near the back. Maybe chose to do that. But impressive getting up through the field like that, especially, let's see here. Did he? Yeah, he did it with a 0X as well. So,
yeah, I'm looking at Dalton Kilroy's qualifying. There is no times whatsoever set for the 41 car. So, yep, he oops. Everybody knows the bird's word, right? But yeah, Dalton, he will not gain no points tonight for biggest mover.
They're working around the lap car of Jason Bauer right now. Jason Bauer, newcomer to the series, running 31st right now. Newcomer to this series, but Terry, I've broadcasted that name a couple of times in other series across TSP. As you see, he's got TSP on the car there. Gets a little sideways coming back onto the oval, though.
Jason Bauer in that 09. Feeling out, the best thing to do is feel out the league for a race or two, see where your competition is, and go with it.
Well, right now, the last car on the lead lap is Larry Bell in the number 43. The leaders actually just got around Amanda Sherman, so Amanda Sherman right now in a lucky dog spot.
Larry Bell in that really, I still like that 43 car.
Let's see here. Try to find him on timing and scoring. It's hard sometimes. It's got some damage to that car though, Terry, but managing it well, I'd say. I mean, he's out there. He's trying to stay in front of the leaders right now, running in 27th. Just, not everybody's a road course racer, So you just got to go and try and get as many points as you can. And to be honest, with the luck Larry Bell's having, I'd say he's having a pretty good night so far. If that's the only problem he's got is a little damage on the front end.
Yeah, like I can't remember who we was talking to earlier. As long as you keep it out of the green stuff, man, you'll have a good night here. That wasn't his exact words, as you well know.
Jamie Walker still here in third, Ryan Flanagan in fourth, but Brian Dees is caught up to the back bumper of that 13, making a move right here. Not able to get to the inside, but Brian Dees fighting for that 4th position. So we got one on pit road, Corey Rutherford. Unscheduled pit stop for the number 5, or did something happen? Oh, looks like maybe problems for the number 5 here. Go back and see what happened to Corey. Oh, Aaron Bockover and Ty Morosco. Issues in the bus stop, Terry.
Not a good place to do that.
Oh. So all right, we're gonna go back and take another look at it. Looks like Bockover checks up for Wellman, and Ty just gets into the right rear of Bockover, sends him around. Mark makes his way through there, and Corey Rutherford just couldn't get it wound up enough. Got a little piece of that. Bockover now heavy damage on that number 44.
Well, I'm glad I'm not in TeamSpeak.
Why? Wouldn't that be entertaining?
Absolutely not.
You know, Terry, sometimes I wish these guys did have live spotters and we could have that live spotting channel back. That'd be really cool.
Hey, Sam, look at the channel below us. Somebody's in there we got to pull in and talk to.
Who is it?
Mr. Lakeu.
Well, I'll bring him up and you can talk to him, Terry. You got him.
Chris, Terry, and Rick, you got us? Or Sam, who is this? It's Sam and Terry up here, bud. You got us?
I don't know who you are, Terry, but hi, Terry and Sam.
What's up, buddy?
Not my favorite setup in this car, and ended up hitting some tires, and the old iracing "you're stuck now" happened, and you know, the tow plus the repair, and I was done. I'm not going to stick around for this, as much as I would love to.
I know you're wore out. I mean, I seen the text, of course, it's all day, today, and yesterday. I know you're tired, and but so how did the setup feel? I see a lot of guys complaining about the setup.
Yeah, it's not the best setup for sure. It's okay for like a lap or two, and then it's just all over the place. You touch the throttle wrong and you come around. The tires like the lockup. Yeah, just not a lot of fun.
Not a lot of fun. And Chris, I just noticed teammate Aaron Bacher over 44 also took his car to the rig. So bad night for TNA drivers.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Terry, if a lot of drivers did that tonight. Yeah, it's that kind of race, unfortunately.
I hate to hear that from you guys, and I know we'll talk more about it tomorrow night. Where at, Sam? Oh, he must be at the bathroom.
No, I'm right here. What?
I said we'll talk more about it tomorrow with Chris and everybody. Where at, Sam?
Well, you should know by now, today's Shop Talk, TNA Motorsports Facebook page, or you can find them on Savage Edge Gaming on Twitch and YouTube.
That's right, my friend. That's right. Well,
have a good call, guys.
Huh? Do what?
I said have a good call. Enjoy it.
Thanks, Chris. We'll get you back down there, buddy.
There we go. I'll even be nice and move him back down to his team here and just, oh, he moved himself. Well, fine, Chris.
Yeah, it's like he knows what he's doing, huh?
Yeah, right? Oh, Dustin Ping overshooting turn one there a little bit. Dalton Kiro getting around him. And Dalton's back there in ninth. I don't know if something happened to Kilroad, where he slowed down and lost some momentum or what.
Sam, as we're talking, as we was talking to Chris, like I said, I seen Aaron took his truck or car to the hauler. Mark Arthur, electrical issues, real bad electrical issues.
Oh man, yeah, he's not even being shown on the track right now, Terry.
Chris, you might want to get your car and get it back out on track.
Yeah, you might want to get back out there, Chris. You only got to get out there for 2 laps, buddy. That's all you need. Get out there and run 2 more. Don't let us down. There, I hope you're texting him.
I can.
Yeah, I would. Say, hey, Mark just dropped out. That's the guy you got to beat. Lawson needs to get up in the pack. Sam Lawson. Let's see where old Sam Lawson's running. He's back here in 26th. 1 lap down, I believe.
But you know what, Sam? If he, no, I think Mark might have 1 lap on Chris.
Yeah, but if Chris came out and ran 2 laps, he would have a lap on Mark.
Right now, Chris showing 3 laps down. Mark showing 1 lap down. So, he connected. He's back in. He got his car running. Never mind, Chris, if you're watching.
Well, Dave Seats starting to catch up to Chris Carroll just a little bit, but not much. Jamie Walker back there in 3rd.
Sam, we've seen Seats in that 14 catch up to that 99 earlier. Then all of a sudden that 99 just took off again. Was he testing the waters to see what he may have for the 14 later on?
That's very possible.
As we're watching the sun go down here at Daytona, it's going to get darker in a little bit. They'll turn them lights on. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing that's really cool about Daytona track, even on the road course, you can actually see airplanes coming in and landing while you're in your car driving around this thing.
Let's see, they're on lap. I'm just trying to get an idea of when we were going to see pit stops here again. They're on lap 16, so we're about halfway to the caution, roughly. A couple more laps here. Everybody pit on lap 9 or lap 10. Still got a few more laps here, Terry. Why don't we take our first commercial break of the evening? What do you say?
Let's do that as I watch Mark Arthur roll back out on track.
Shut up and sit down.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
We're back live here on True Sim Productions. And Terry, you told me to focus here on this number 89 car. What you got?
So, Sam, during the commercial breaks, and now thanks to all of our sponsors out there, watching the 89 of Van Fleet, really trying his best to get up there to Wellman and get around him. But behind him is the 33 of Perkins. As of right now, on track for the head-to-head bracket combat, the 89-33 is battling it out. Like I said, the 42 of Wellman in front of the 89. Van Fleet just cannot get to the 42 to make a move.
Well, remember, Perkins had that drive-through penalty and came out in front of the 89. So Phillip actually ran him down and passed him while we were under commercial break there. And like you said, Terry, a battle heating up here for one of the bracket spots.
Absolutely, and right here's where Perkins will catch him. Van Fleet gets into the not into the 42, but gets right up behind him, has to back it down, and the 33 of Perkins just jumps all over the back end of the 89.
Well, there's a little bit of strategy going on here, Terry. Jamie Walker's already brought that number 88 down pit road. Looks like Taylor Butcher Benjamin's going to play the same strategies. He's bringing his number 10 off of pit road right now. So they're starting to play that strategy here before we start to see that lap 35 competition caution.
Yeah, it looks like we may have some more here be coming soon, I would think. Chris Carroll, leader, coming down as we speak.
So we're going to have to see what the 99 decides to do here along with Dave Seats. They all took tires the first go around. Let's see if it's going to be fuel only this stop.
Brian D 17 also comes down pit lane.
Drivers are going to have to be careful. The hammer is watching.
Chris Carroll down and away.
7.83
fuel
seconds.
only.
Yeah, really quick pit stop there by the number 99.
Seats taking tires.
But that could be strategy, right? That could be him playing the game of once we get to that competition caution, he's going to take fuel only and take back over the lead. And you see what I'm saying? So he's maybe just trying to gain just as much advantage over that 99 as he can right now. I think it's a good move.
Very good move. Right now we got Flanagan, Paulson, Kilroy, all three in pit lane.
Let's put it to you this way, Terry. I mean, Jamie Walker, fuel only. Dave Seats takes tires. Now, Dave Seats is about 9 seconds off of Chris Carroll right now, but didn't lose second spot. So, I don't know. I like the call. Change it up.
Yeah, change it up.
So we see Logan Smith out in chat says, Lawson is number 24 on the track, but number 1 in our hearts. And ain't that the truth? Corey Ruthford out there. Well, tonight's not my night. 17-minute meatball. Won the 44 and the 1 parked in the bus stop. Now, Corey, we went back and watched that, buddy, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't think it looked like it hurt you that much. We saw you got a 4X, but that sucks to hear that you're dealing with that kind of damage right now.
And don't forget, drivers, I know some of you are, dude, watch this. I mean, we have the Savage Edge Infield Care Center. Get in there, poke me or Sam, and we will get you in here, especially tonight, the long road course like this. We don't have a problem pulling you guys in and talking to you.
Trying to think of who I want to talk to here, Terry, under caution. You know, and I think if old Dave Seats is in TeamSpeak, I think he might be the one that we pull up, but I'm not seeing his name in there.
So can I throw a suggestion out?
Yeah.
Brian D's in that 17. Him and Flanagan was going at it a little earlier, and they actually exchanged some words. So I'm sure D's in that 17 isn't too happy right now, or maybe even Flanagan. As D's, man, hits the turtles hard.
He got the curbs really good there. Managed to keep it underneath him, though. D's currently in 4th right now. Oh, John Perkins goes off track, it's showing me, Terry. Maybe something going on with the 33. He's slow as Corey Sherman goes around him.
Sherman and the 12 of Mark Arthur actually gets around the 33 of Perkins. Both of those drivers are, I believe, laps down.
No.
No, Sherman is not.
So Corey Sherman is in 18th, and John Perkins is actually showing the last car on the lead lap right now. The lucky dog, if the caution was to come out right now, would have been Kobe Sutphin in the number 23. He's the first car. Looks like one lap down.
And Sam, I just had to look over there by the 4 pit crew. They took that number 4 car, Tanner Marr. They took it to the hauler.
So it looks like we got our driver who we're going to pull up here. It's going to be Brian Dees. Once we finish caution, we might be able to talk to a couple here, Terry. We got long pace laps here at this track, so.
Yeah, like it's 3.56 miles. They do 2 laps here. Oh my God, that's going to take forever.
Well, not only that, once Garrett, the old hammer up in the booth there, he's got to throw that caution. They got to come all the way back around and catch the pace car, first of all. Then they got to come around and pit. Then we'll see if we can't talk to a couple of drivers here under that caution.
Tim 4, that sounds like a good idea. Let's find out what this track's doing to these cars and all that good stuff. It's always cool to talk to these guys when they're in the cars.
I'd like to point out, Terry, that the number 14 at Dave Seats just had the fastest lap of the race thus far. 1:54.48 for the 14. He has knocked 4 seconds out of that lead on Chris Carroll. So he is coming.
Yeah, them tires are definitely helping out that 14 car. But like you said, we have a pit stop going to be coming up. But I don't remember Seats took, I guess he did take tires last time, didn't he? It's the one before this.
That's the thing. Even if he doesn't catch Carroll, by the time we either get to the next set of pit stops or the competition caution, I don't know. This strategy might work out for him. Because Carroll's probably going to take tires the next time he comes down. So if Dave can catch him and get on his back bumper before the next set of green flag pit stops, this is probably how he's going to be able to get the lead.
Bring in Lawson, Logan Smith says. That's funny, Logan Smith. That's actually my grandson's name.
And I tell you what, Terry, Dave Seats kind of in a world of his own out there. He's got almost a 10-second gap back to Jamie Walker.
Yeah, he's not under pressure at any means. All he has to worry about is what this track may do to that 14 car. That is it.
That's just it, Terry. I mean, everybody is really spaced out right now. I mean, even Brian Dees back to Mike Hamlin is almost 10 seconds. And then Hamlin back to Flanagan's about 8-9 seconds.
I think Paulson just got around Poliski. But other than that, man, there's really not a whole lot going on here.
No, as we actually just take 35 laps to go. We still got about 10 laps here before, 10 to 12 laps before the competition caution. And that's when things going to really get interesting, right? I mean, we're going to have a caution, and we're going to come back with probably only about 12 laps to go. A little bit more than that, but it's going to be basically a shootout. So this is basically just going to be putting yourself in a good position, keeping your car clean. But once we get that comp caution, you're going to have to go hard to get that track position.
You absolutely are. And you're going to have to do it quickly. I'm watching a 41, man. He keeps trying to run down that 81 of Dustin Peng. Dalton doing a hell of a job, but Dustin Peng's doing an even better job in keeping that 41 behind him.
Steven Johnson, hard to run fast with a 2-year-old pulling at your chair for 5 laps. Hate to retire the car, but it's at a wrecking others. So, you know, he made the executive decision on that car, Terry, decided to just pull it down pit road for the night.
Yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Dalton Kira starting to catch up to the back bumper of that 81. Good run right there. Down through that little short chute in the kink.
Yeah, I think he's been battling this 81 car for, the 81 gets a nice turn in, but the 41 slid out just a little bit.
I think that was on purpose.
10, Taylor Butcher Benjamin's trying to catch up to the 41.
Yeah, Taylor's actually having a really good run here tonight, Terry. 0x right now back there in 11th. He's actually up one spot from where he started. He's going to let the 5 of Rutherford go here, and probably maybe that's the 10 strategy here tonight. Just kind of ride it out, try and get some points, and get a 0x. Where do you by chance know where Taylor's sitting in points right now, Terry?
Give me 1 second. Let me switch screens and I can tell you. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, without a win, Sam, is right now in our 5th place.
So there you go. Consistency matters with this new point structure. And Taylor is showing what he can do here this season. Doing a good job.
And Taylor Butcher Benjamin's actually going up against Brian Zimmerman tonight. I thought, Zimmerman's on the track tonight.
Yeah, Zimmy's out there. He's back there in the 18th position, up 3 spots from where he started. Having a good run. I know road courses really aren't Zimmy's forte, but he's out here, making it work. Right now, only with a 2X too, so doing a good job.
And he's got, 6 cars in front of him before he can get to his competition for the head-to-head in the bracket to Taylor Butcher Benjamin. So, good run out of the 21, definitely.
Well, this was a good race. As Mark has said a couple of times, this was a good race to kind of start the bracket. Was at a road course. It's a really big toss-up because not a lot of guys are good here. A lot of guys are good here. So, and one problem, you could hit the grass and go into the tire barrier and have one problem, and you just got yourself into the next round. So, I think it's a good way to start off the bracket is at a road course.
Absolutely. Then next week, actually, we're off next week, Memorial Weekend. Don't forget that. But the following week after that, we are in Michigan for 120 laps to continue our head-to-head bracket.
And that's going to be a good
Bristol,
race.
Milwaukee, and Pocono.
That's going to be a really good race, too. Michigan has always put on a good show for this series. Anytime we've gone there at any car, it's always been a good race.
Absolutely. And one of those I'm missing. I think it might be the Bristol race I might be missing. I'm not 100% yet.
Well, Terry, just noticed as we were watching Taylor there in the back, trying to figure out what was going on. Dave Seats with them fresh tires. He's on his way to the race lead.
New leader in the 14 car, Dave Seats. He is actually putting some time on Chris Carroll with them new tires.
So now here's the thing. Next time by, not next time by, but next time he pits, is he going to take a fuel only stop here? And will Chris Carroll take tires and run him back down before we get that comp caution? And then what are they going to do once we have that comp caution? We got about 10 laps before that. So
that's some good thinking right there, Sam.
They have to stop at least one more time before this competition caution does fly. And then they're going to have to stop at least one more time to finish out this race after that. So I think everybody's just kind of trying to get on alternating strategies right now from each other. Just trying to see what's going to work. And right now, Dave Seats making it work here in the long run.
Dave Seats with another car in between him and Carroll, which is a good thing for the 14 car. 21 of Brian Zimmerman in between the 14 and the 99.
How about Derek Paulson? That's somebody we haven't really talked about all night, Terry. He's having a good run. He's already up 2 spots from the start of the race, up there in 7th, trying to run down that 13 car of Ryan Flanagan. He's got about 6 seconds to do it, though. But that 6 car having a good run, I believe. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, Derek Paulson with a 0x so far.
Yeah, I was kind of looking over that a little bit ago, too. The top 3 and couple guys in the middle, and yeah, there's still quite a few drivers out there with a 0, so that's cool for them.
I think we might have had problems here for Corey Sherman again. He got into the grass and loses it here. Oh no! Oh, it hard into the outside wall.
Sherman now bringing it down pit lane.
Yeah, he got the grass there going through the kink and then just lost control and got the barrier right there on the inside of the track. Dave Seats has pulled out to a 4-second lead over Carroll. You got Jamie Walker, who's about 12 seconds off Chris Carroll right now, almost 17 seconds back from Dave Seats. But how about this, Terry? Brian Dees starting to run down the number 88. I tell you what, that number 17 is looking good right now.
Yeah, I was looking at his numbers, his gap, and it just keeps shrinking. Right now, it's just over 17 seconds, but it's fallen. So good run out of that 17, and Dees said he's the one we want to try to talk to. I really want to know what happened with him and Flanagan.
Oh, I'm sure we'll find out here shortly, because they've been out here for about 7 laps since the last pit stop. So going to see green flag pit stops happening once again very, very shortly. So we got 32 laps to go.
And we got a couple of laps here, Sam, before we hit the TSP halfway mark. Like I said, that'd be on lap 29, taking lap 30. When that leader crosses that line, taking lap 30, he will be the TSP halfway award winner.
Well, here we go.
Right now, it's looking like Seats getting that. Carroll is in the pits.
Yeah, that's what I was going to point out there, Terry. Carroll coming down pit road. That's early. Only been out there for about 7 laps. So, I don't know. Maybe trying to play hopscotch here with Dave Seats, it looks like.
Right sides went up and down. Now the left side is up as it drops back down on the ground. 99 is gone.
So he does take tires there. So I think he thinks Dave is going to come down pit road and just take fuel only. So he's going to try and get the advantage here with them first tires. Try running them down.
That'll move Jamie Walker up into that second place. And according to time and scoring, he's not really running down Dave Seats a whole lot.
To Shelly out in chat, Terry, she says, I totally disagree with this being a good course for anything, but I'm not a driver.
And that's true. But one thing we always say, and I've heard it over and over and over, everybody has the same car, everybody has the same track. So I don't know. I like this track. I think it's a fun track to drive. I've never done really good. I think I'd done like a 15th or a 16th in one of our series. But yeah, it is what it is.
Little strategy out of the number 64 right now. He's on pit road early.
Josh Rutherford coming out, hits his pit box perfectly. Fuel only out of that 64 car, Sam.
Did the number 17 of Brian Dees maybe have an issue? Dropped a couple of spots there.
And that gave the 09 of, the 13 of Flanagan, I think, got back around him. Yeah, the 13 of Flanagan actually got around Dees again.
Okay, well, I think I just figured out why. Brian Dees came down pit road on lap 27.
And that'll do it every time.
Ryan Flanagan is yet to come down pit road. Last pit on lap 20. So that would explain it. I thought Brian Dees might have had an issue there. I went and checked, but didn't notice he came down on lap 27 there for his pit stop. Taylor Butcher Benjamin brings it down pit side. Mike Hamlin has already completed his stop. Dalton Kilrow has yet to stop.
And one thing about this road course, Sam, it's a long way down through here at 55 mile an hour. I did hear the hammer say, you guys will keep it to the right tonight. I will be watching.
Corey Sherman out in chat says, bring on Michigan.
Bring on Michigan, he says. Looks like Larry Bell took his car to the hauler.
Dropping like flies tonight, Terry.
Yes, sir. No, Mark Arthur might actually get some of his laps and stuff back, or get in front of some of these guys.
And right now he's moving on in his bracket slot. How about the battle between Philip Van Vliet and John Perkins? It's close. I wouldn't say it's close, but they are still battling technically. Perkins only 12 seconds back for Philip Van Vliet. One slip up out of that 89, and that could give Perkins a chance to get back up there. So they're still battling for it.
And Sam, they both pitted. Van Fleet and Perkins both pitted to lap 20. So those guys should be coming out here pretty soon.
Jamie Walker's on pit road right now.
Now, if Dave Seats stays out, he is our halfway guy now.
He's got to come down at some point, I'm sure. I don't think he's going to be able to make it.
Well, I'm just saying the halfway point. He is our halfway TSP driver.
I don't know. He might be able to. I mean,
well, I'm showing lap 30 on my thing, and he had to do was get to lap 30.
I'm talking about for this caution.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't think he's going to be able to make it to that, but he is staying out there. I think he's just trying to gain as much time as he can, so when he comes down pit road, he just has that little bit of wiggle room, a little bit of breathing room here. Because that's what I'm trying to figure out, because he hasn't pit since lap 20. We got 29 laps to go. Everybody here has been pit on lap 27. So a couple of drivers there on 29. Derek Paulson, Taylor Butcher Benjamin came in on 28. Let's see if Dave Seats brings it down pit side this time. He's got a 25-second gap over Chris Carroll right now.
Well, Seats, yeah, here he comes. And, Seats has got to win at the Glen. Right now, Seats sitting 23rd in our points battle. A win tonight would shoot him up tremendously, I would think.
Let's see what he does here. Down into his box. Good stop. He's going to do fuel only again, Terry.
As Carroll's still 15-14.
Here comes.
Carroll should be coming right up on him.
Here he comes right here. Oh, Carroll loops it. Carroll loops it in turn one, and Dave Seats is off. Backs it up. He's going to have to get it rolling here, because here comes a couple other drivers.
I just got a message from the driver of the 3 car. Got loose through the S's and let Jesus take the wheel.
Well, Corey, Jesus took the wheel right into the Armco barrier, so.
Seats now trying to deal with lap traffic or put Mark another lap down if he catches him.
He's lucky, Terry, because now he has time. He can just be patient right now. He's got a 10.5-second gap over Carroll and only a couple of laps until we get that competition caution. So all you got to do is just ride it out here.
Trying to work around this lap traffic. Who's at the 27 of Michael Miller.
Makes quick work of him. Trying to get up to that 12 car. Mark Arthur next. Mark trying to salvage his night there. Back in 21st. And scored, I believe, 2 laps down.
Absolutely 2 laps down for that 12 car.
Chris Carroll was lucky he didn't hit nothing there. Hangs on to second. But Brian Dees, Terry, he's managed his way up to third. He said last season he got third. Well, here he is trying to do it again.
Yeah, I was kind of watching Dees' numbers against Carroll. Dees is actually, he's not catching Chris Carroll, but yet Jamie Walker isn't really catching Brian Dees either.
Let's say we got a few laps here. Why don't we take another quick commercial break here before we get that competition caution? We'll be right back.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
Shut up and sit down.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
We're back live here on True Sim Productions, ladies and gentlemen. Pit Road just got closed, as Terry just told me. So we're getting ready for this competition caution here coming up in just a couple of laps. Taking a look at Brian Dees. Dave Seats still your race leader. He's got about a 5.5 second gap over Chris Carroll right now, Terry.
Yeah, Carroll's not running all that fast. He can catch up to him. But again, we have this competition caution going to be happening in direct shortly. That's going to bunch everybody up. Everybody's going to be down pit road. Hopefully, we won't kind of see what we did last week at Atlanta with everybody trying to get up pit lane at one time.
Right now, Dave Seats is catching up to the 15th place car. That's Joshua Rutherford. Right now, remember, his goal was just to finish with a 0X. So far, he's doing it.
And you know those guys didn't want you to talk about them.
Well, too bad. Looks like Josh is trying to stay on the lead lap here. Seats has to work around this lap traffic, but so does Carroll, and they only got 2 laps here to do it. Seats does a good job getting around Rutherford right there. Josh giving him plenty of room.
It's going to be interesting to see 14 try to get around that 89 of Van Fleet. We know Van Fleet is not one to lay over.
Well, you don't want to lose, you know, you don't want to lose a lap either, right? I mean, right now, your competition for the bracket is 1 lap down. Now is not even eligible for the lucky dog position. So, yeah, you're going to want to stay up there. See Josh Rutherford, he's going to try and get that spot back. Get back on the lead lap.
Seats went real wide right there.
And Josh is side by side with him. Now that is the leader, but Rutherford wants to stay on the lead lap. Nothing wrong with that.
And Carroll is closing in on Seats slowly, but he is.
I see. Now that was a smart move right there by the 64. He tried, had a run there, and then once they got to the bus stop here, he just let the 14 go and said, all right, man, you take it. Fair racing.
Now kind of helped Van Fleet out with the, with Rutherford and Seats playing around like that. That kind of helped Van Fleet.
Yeah, because they're coming right now to, well, Dave Seats is coming to take lap 35. Philip Van Vliet's taking lap 34 right now. He is on the verge of going a lap down, but the caution's going to go a little early.
All right, so that's put Van Fleet on tail end of the lead lap. And who was that? Dave Seats? Josh Rutherford.
I thought we were going another one there.
Yeah, so did I. Well, it was lap 30. Yeah, lap 35, taking 36. It would have been the caution, so yeah.
They just took lap 35, right?
I'm showing 36 on mine.
Oh, maybe my timing and scoring's going off then. I don't know.
Now I have iracings up, so that's what I'm looking at, that lap counter.
Well, it doesn't matter. They're going to come around and catch the pace car anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be an hour or two.
Yeah, this is going to take a hot minute before they get all sorted out. Now, I think, what, they're going to give them 1 extension if needed? Just 1?
Absolutely, just 1 lap if needed for everybody to catch back up to that pace car.
Yeah, so right now, you know, the caution flag is out, but they're still going full speed right now, pretty much. Everybody is.
And one thing about the pace car on this track, it does not slow down and wait on you, man. That thing just flies around here.
Yeah, pace car's still on pit road right now. I can't see it through the stands. Not a good camera angle right there, but it should pick up Dave Seats coming across the line this time by.
We're just waiting for the cars to get all back up together, everybody. I mean, sorry we're dead like this. We're just waiting for everything to get back up to
kind of settle down right now and, yeah, see where everybody's lining up. And, I mean, Dave Seats is catching the pace car right now, and everybody else has to catch that pace car.
Yeah, that little Porsche can go around these turns a whole lot faster than these 4 million pound Xfinity cars can. Now, Van Fleet, you know he's hauling butt and trying to around this track.
Yeah, the pace car's barely in front of him. But, you know, it doesn't really matter, Terry, because, again, I mean, right now, Josh Rutherford is going to be the lucky dog. But, I mean, John Perkins could stay out here and maybe try and get a wave around. It's very possible he could do that.
John Perkins' last pit was lap 30. He did not take tires. So 6 laps ago, he was already in. If I'm Perkins, I'm coming in for tires.
I think he's going to have to come in for fuel, if anything. John Perkins' last pit on lap 30. So, I don't know. There's a lot of different strategies going on around here today. I'm looking at timing and scoring, and I mean, you got guys like Dave Seitz who pit on lap 30, Carroll pit on 27, Jamie pit on 29. But now we got the caution. Everybody's going to come down pit road at the same time. It's pretty much everybody up to Flanagan is caught up here. Derek Paulson's catching up. So, all right. See what these drivers do here on pit road. That's going to be the question. Who's going to take tires? Who's going to take fuel only?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting what these top 3 do. Walker has been on, I think, 2 different kind of strategies so far to seeing what's working for that 88 to stay up with Carroll and Seats.
See, Lawson's out in chat there. He says tires mean everything. So, here comes Dave Seitz out pit road.
And Rutherford did stay out to get that lap back. So he is he's in shape.
He's not going to be eligible to pit this time by anyway.
Right. Yep, lap down. I forgot about that.
John Perkins brought it down pit road, Terry. So that actually hurts the 33. Tires going up on the 14.
Van Fleet just entered the back stretch here at Daytona. About ready to hit the chicane.
The Seats wins the race off pit road. Looks like all 3 drivers, top 3, Carroll, Jamie, Seats, they all took tires. D's with tires, Hamlin, Paulson, yeah, everybody here, everybody taking tires. Phil Van Vliet hitting pit road now.
All right, as everybody has to catch back up to this daggone pace car again, and they are. Dave Seats still showing our leader. Got some lap guys in front of him.
Well, Terry, why don't we talk to the 17 while we got a second here?
All righty.
Let me bring him up. Brian D's driver, the number 17, Sam Terry in the booth. You got us.
I got you. What's up, guys?
Hey, not much, man. Hey, that 17 car is looking good out there. You got yourself up to 4th. I'm wondering what it's going to take to win it out here tonight at Daytona.
For me, probably a miracle. Yeah, I don't know if I got the pace to get a win here, but might be able to get some luck, find myself in the top 3. So I think that's kind of the goal.
I tell you what, Terry was wondering here a little earlier, was there a little heated battle going on between you and that 13 car out on track?
Yeah, I think so. He came on the radio and shared his view on what happened. I think I have a slightly different view, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll take a look at it after the race and see exactly what happened there.
All right, Brian. Hey, you're sitting there in fourth. You're in a good position here tonight. 17's been fast. Good luck to you in the rest of the race, man.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
And that was the driver of the 17, Brian Dees, Terry. So you heard it there. He has a little bit different of a view of what happened.
Yeah, I'd love to know if I can remember what lap that was. I would love to go back and look at it myself after the race and see actually what happened there.
Well, we were going to talk to John Perkins, but looks like he's being scored the first car a lap down right now. So for him to get his lap back, it's going to be a miracle. So it looks like Philip Van Vliet, as long as he can keep it clean, Terry, he's going to hang on to that bracket spot for this week, sitting there in 12th.
So I'm kind of looking over something here real quick. So Sherman's car is still on track. Bockovers has left the building. So that would move Sherman in the bracket over Bockover.
It looks like Mark is ahead of Chris Legous, so Mark will move on with that one. Joshua Rutherford basically got a mulligan here tonight.
And we still got Jamie Walker up against Bell. Bell, whoa, man, way back there, 17 laps down.
Terry, you're listening to the radio right now. Do you hear anything about a possible extension here? Let these guys get caught up. I see the lights are off on the pace car.
I have not seen anything or heard anything of that. He just said it. They are going to extend one lap.
All right, so everybody pit on lap 37. We got about 20 laps to go, so drivers are going to have to make one more green flag pit stop. And hopefully you got a set of tires sitting in the pits at that green flag pit stop, because apparently they're going to mean a lot here tonight at Daytona Road.
And Sam, another bracket update with Steven Johnson and Sam Lawson. We already know Steven Johnson left. Sam Lawson's still in it right now, so he would move ahead in his bracket.
There you go. So Dalton Kilroe actually was on pit road there for a while, Terry, about 2 minutes. Maybe getting some damage fixed on that 41.
I just happened to look over time and scoring and seen his name. It's like, ooh, what happened to him?
Same with Ty Morosco. Now, we saw Morosco had some damage there at the beginning of the race, and then the right rear damaged that number one machine, so probably getting that stuff fixed.
Now, while you're talking about Tom Roscoe in that one car, he will be moving on in his bracket up against Tanner Marr in the 4. We've seen Marr load his stuff up on a hauler and head home. Still got a battle with Benjamin and Zimmerman. Zimmerman needs a lap back and gained a few spots there to get up to TBB.
And Taylor's doing a good job hanging on up there inside the top 10. Let's see, still running a 0X right now.
Another good one we have is Poliski against Seats. Now, we know Poliski, the sleeper, he can do a lot of stuff, man. So that's not out the window as of yet either.
He's back there in 8th spot. got a long way to make up, but anything is possible. Anything could happen on this restart too. Everybody's going to be bunched back up again. We're going to get the one to green right here. So we're going to be going green flag next time by. They're not going to have to go through the chicane when they take the green flag, which is nice. I think that is fair. But you know what that means, Terry?
Yeah, what's that?
They're going to be going a lot faster down into turn 1 on that restart versus if they were coming out of the chicane there.
True. Yeah, we got to watch out turn 1.
So realistically, you got to make it here to at least 11 laps to go to be able to make it the rest of the way.
Looking on through this bracket, we got Brian Dees, Kyle Wellman. Those two are still in the lead lap, Sam. Dees in 4th, Wellman is in the 11th, excuse me. Anything can happen still with that part of the bracket.
Well, you heard Dees. He said it's going to take a miracle for him to win this thing, but I don't know. That 17's been pretty consistent. He got 3rd here last year. He's been looking fast here tonight. There's still plenty of time to make something happen.
Yeah, but he also said that he thinks he's got something for 3rd place or the top 3. All right, Sam, I'm just looking at everybody's pit stops. We have to go all the way back to 16th place. Cody Gibson last pitted on 30 with an 8-second stop. So that tells me he's on really old tires.
These pace laps, man, I tell you what.
Hope everybody got up and went to the bathroom and all that good stuff during these 2-hour pace laps.
Just go around the oval.
Yeah, it's a whole lot quicker.
They're ready to go, man. I tell you what, it's going to be pretty much a shootout here till the end. But you are going to have to make one green flag pit stop, so you have to be on your marks there. Here we go. They're going to get tight back up here in Daytona 3 and 4.
Jamie Walker out there reminding the drivers to go through the cones, go through the cones.
Here we go. Pace car pulls in. It's up to Seats. And we're rolling.
Seats with a good jump on the 99 in the 88. And he's going to need it getting down here to turn 1.
Here goes Jamie Walker down into 1 right behind Carroll. Oh, almost a little bit of contact right there.
Jamie Walker backed off of it hard, had to swing out to the right a little bit so it didn't run into the 99 of Carroll.
As the field comes through the first couple of turns here, Carroll makes a dive bomb effort down to the inside. Seats is going to cross him back over.
Ooh, almost did.
Walker trying to work his way around Seats here as we go through the kink. Jamie to the outside.
Oh, we got one spinning to 17.
17 ain't spinning, Terry.
So somebody was spinning behind him then.
Well, that wasn't a 17 then. Walker's got a good run here. He's got to get his way around Seats if he thinks he's faster to get out to Chris Carroll. Carroll already out to a 1.2 second lead.
Okay, it was Flanagan that spun. I just happened to see it in the distance. It's like it's 17 on the side of his car.
See if we can't go back and see what happened to the 13. Ooh, looks like Paulson got into him. Paulson overjudges the braking zone. Good save by the 13, though. Able to keep it rolling. Only lost a couple of spots. Unfortunately, it looks like Taylor Butcher Benjamin got a 2X here tonight, Terry, going through the, Dustin Ping, and looks like the one of Morosco, Mark Arthur. There's a lot of stuff that went on here.
I'd like to know what happened to Dalton Kilrow. He's got that 16 on his as the one gets behind the 13. Wow.
We got some more issues, I think, going on here, Terry. Ty Morosco getting into the 13.
And the 13 and the 41 both coming out pit lane.
Amanda Sherman, I think, got a piece of something, too, here. Showing she got 1X. Might have clipped the grass a little bit. No harm, no foul there.
Oh, drive-throughs for the 13 and the 41.
Really? What'd they do?
Well, I'm trying to figure that out, and I can't find it.
Well, that's got to be from the
violations.
I was gonna say it's got to be from the hammer.
All right. Back up front there, Chris Carroll with a little over 2-second lead. Jamie Walker, though, all over the back of seats, trying to catch up to him, get around him.
He's been working on the back bumper here for the past 2 laps.
So look, now we got D's. Yeah, he's running hard, too, to catch up to that 88. As Mike Hamlin, haven't said his name a whole lot tonight, Sam, and that's 28.
Yeah, hanging on to 5th. Looks like he got that front end fixed back up. Car looks like it's handling fine. Hanging on to that top 5. He's got Paulson right behind him. Andy Poliski back there in 7th. As Carroll just starts to pull away here. They're probably going to be coming down pit road, I imagine, the next 6 laps. Run the last 10 laps out.
I don't know what Flanagan's doing, man, but I keep looking at time and score, and his name pops up constantly.
He's on pit road right now.
He just tied Dalton Kilrow with a 16X. Has the 13 coming right back down pit lane again. Another drive-through for the 13.
What? Wait, what?
I don't know. I didn't hear Garrett say nothing.
So then he's only doing his first drive-through, Terry. Why would he be doing another one?
I don't know, but I just watched him drive through the pits, so I don't know.
Yeah, he was serving his drive-through, Terry.
But him and Dalton, remember, a couple laps back, come down there together.
Yeah, they came down pit road together. I don't know.
They drove through,
ask Garrett.
is what I'm saying.
Go ask Garrett what's going on, so we know what's going on.
I'll be back.
Well, Terry finds out that information. So I could have swore that was the 13 serving a penalty. Dalton Kilrow. Let me see. He got a black flag, cleared it. I don't know. Ooh, Dalton Kilrow in the grass. 1X. Overdriving it just a little bit. Chris Carroll out to a 2.5 second lead. Walker still trying to work his way around Dave's seats.
All right, Sam, I got her figured out, buddy.
All right, what's going on, Terry?
So the 41 Dalton Kilroy had to come down for an incident count. That is a drive-through.
Okay.
Mr. Flanagan, he also had an incident count. He had to come through a drive-through. And he also had a pit violation. That's why he had to come through the first time with Kilroy.
Okay. All right, well, that makes a little bit more sense now. As here goes Walker making a move on seats to the inside. He's got the momentum. He's going to be there. Is he going to fight for it going down into the bus stop?
Who's got the brakes? Who's got the brakes?
I don't know. Nah, Walker slots back in line. I think that was a smart call.
Absolutely was, because both of you are not going to fit down in that spot.
Oh,
seats to the grass.
Overshoots it, saves it though. But that's definitely going to be a slowdown for the 14. Maybe thought Jamie was going to try and outbrake him and overshot the braking zone.
Sam, that's the first X that the 14's got tonight. Brian Dees made quick work of that 14's bad luck. Caught right up to the 14.
Yeah, but he's still got to get around him. We got 14 laps to go, and we still got one more pit stop yet. But now Walker has some clean air. He can try to run down Carroll. Now has a 4-second lead over these guys. Something fancy is going to have to happen for Jamie to win this.
So, Sam, if you got another set of tires, you going to use them now or not? You taking fuel?
Well, you're going to have to take fuel, Terry, to finish the race.
Well, I know you're going to take fuel. I'm sorry. I know you're taking fuel, but are you going to grab a set of tires if you can?
I mean, here, probably. If tires have been that important, you're going to need them. It's not like you can take right side tires and get away with a, couple of seconds. So. Well, we got 14 laps to go. Driver's probably going to be coming down here in a couple of laps to finish green flag pit stops. We're going to take our last set of commercial break, and then we're going to come back and go to the end. That being said, we'll be right back. Quick one.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Shut up and sit down.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
Back live here on True Sim Productions. We got 12 laps to go. Chris Carroll saw out in the race lead. Jamie Walker runs second. Dave Seats third. Green flag pit stop should be coming up here shortly.
You heard Brian Dees when we talked to him. Sam says he wants that top three, or if he can get it, he's got a long way to go to get to Dave Seats. At least a little over 2 seconds behind Dave Seats at the moment.
Yeah, but how about Mike Hamlin, man? He's still doing a good job there, hanging on to fifth. He's right on the back bumper of Dees. If Dees slips up, Hamlin could get fourth position here.
Yeah, Hamlin in that 28 car. I can't remember what team is that they are in.
Limitless Motorsports.
Limitless, yeah. I had to scroll down a little bit.
As long as that's still their team name, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah,
guys, if it's wrong, shoot me a message after the race. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah, we can change that.
11 laps to go here. I'd say, guys, if you're going to come down pit road, you're going to come down here soon. What do you think, Terry?
I think they're going to have to be coming down soon. 37 is the last time they went. We're at lap 48. Yeah, I'm thinking here within the next 2 laps anyway. That's what, 20 minutes or so?
Probably. Somewhere around there.
Right.
They're getting pretty spread out right now as well. For some reason, timing and scoring up at the top, not even showing the proper intervals. It's saying Ty Morosco's in the lead right now for whatever reason.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with timing and scoring right now, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with it here for a lap. Probably problems for the number one, and he might have towed, and that caught. Yeah, there was problems here for the number one. Let's go back and see what happened. Oh, whoa. Oh, man.
What you got?
If you've got the broadcast up, you'll see it here in a second. Looks like, I don't know, it looks like Flanagan might have missed his braking zone there. Got into the left rear of Ty, and they put Ty into the outside wall, man. Yeah, heavy damage to the number one.
Wow.
Yeah, that was missing a braking zone right there.
Chris Carroll just got him a 2X for doing something.
Let's go find out. Oh, he overshot turn one, Terry, and looped it.
That's not good for him.
Well, no, because he lost 2 spots in the process. Jamie Walker to the race lead. There we go. Timing and scoring fixed itself while we were checking out that replay. Yeah, problems for the 99 and Chris Carroll. And now D's all over the back bumper of that number 99.
The thing with Carroll right now, he's got to get that little spin that he just made. He got to get that out of his head, start hitting his marks again, try to catch back up to Walker and Seats.
Advantage to Jamie Walker right now. He's got a really big gap. Let's go back and take another look at what happened to the number 99. It just goes down and overshoots his braking zone. Here and there goes Jamie Walker, and then Dave Seats goes on by.
Sam, are we going to see the repeat of Watkins Glen?
Right now, that's kind of what we're seeing, right? The only difference is he doesn't have any damage. He just kind of looped it on his own right there.
Yeah, remember everybody, Watkins Glen, he got a little damage, and I think his motor blew up on him, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was going up to the S's and the motor let go.
Oh, everybody's coming out pit lane.
Mm-hmm. I was just about to say that. I had to take a drink right there.
I was on Carroll and Dees. I was like, wow, Dees is catching him pretty fast. Well, then they all made a left turn.
Everybody on pit road right now, so it's going to be all about who can get off pit road the quickest. Tires for everybody too, Terry.
Yeah,
9
Jamie's left
laps to
side
go.
just went up. Carroll's right's just dropped. Jamie out.
Jamie's out. Dave Seats is out.
Drag race between 99 and 14.
Carroll, good launch out of his pit box right there. But he's got a lap car, Ty Morosco, ahead of him. Oh, trying to get everything he can get coming off of pit road.
Probably not a smart thing to do with cold tires.
He made it work. Maybe got the wall a little bit, but now he's got to run Jamie down by 3 seconds. Dave Seats holds on to third.
Ty Morosco kind of moved over, let Seats get around him. Gentleman's kind of an agreement thing there. Good job, Ty.
So Carroll now 3.2 seconds behind Walker. And Seats about a second off of Carroll after that round of pit stops.
Yeah, we're only 8 laps to go in this race.
9 laps to go. 8 laps to go this time by.
8 times this by. There you go.
I tell you what, Terry, we wanted to do this earlier in the race, but we didn't really get a chance to. They came down pit road, so that pit stops are over. Why don't we go on board again here with Dave Seats and take a lap?
Let's do it.
There you go, guys. Lap around Daytona Road with Dave Seats.
See him getting a little bit of lap traffic and everything.
Yeah, he caught Amanda in a pretty bad spot there, but you know, he was patient and got around her. She moved out of the way. It was pretty cordial. We got 7 laps to go. Jamie Walker still leads Chris Carroll 2 seconds back.
Sam, I'm kind of sitting there watching these guys when they're slamming on the brakes. They're starting to get these rotors to glow a little bit at this road course.
Yeah, you see it right there. Jamie Walker going into this right-hander. And they're just really red. They're bright red.
Yeah, I was always told use the guy in front of you. You can't stop.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Gap keeps kind of shrinking and gaining here, Terry. It's not really, I don't know how to describe it. Now it's 2.3 seconds right now to Chris Carroll. Carroll gained a little bit of time there on the infield section. I think Jamie really succeeds here on these high-speed corners.
Jamie keeps that rear view mirror moved where you can't see the back behind it. I mean, I think you'll be okay. Don't even mess around with what's going on behind you.
Yeah, you know you got a good gap right now. Just be smooth, be consistent. You walk away with another one here for the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series. Brought to you by Savage Edge, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go check out savageedge.com. Put your name on anything.
Last win, Sam, was at Phoenix. Back in, trying to look at here, back in March.
Six more times around.
Sam, I'm just looking back. Walker also won Sonoma, so he's pretty familiar with road courses. We know this.
Gap to Carroll, 1.8 seconds.
But it's taking Carroll, what, 3 laps to get it down under 2 seconds?
Yeah. That it has.
Dave Seats still falling back behind Carroll in that 14. D's ain't far back behind Seats now.
Gap 1.7 seconds right now.
But Mike Hamlin doing everything he can in that 28 to try to get around the 17 of D's as he slowly gets up behind him.
Everybody's really spaced out right now.
Yeah, that's I don't mind him doing this, but man, it's hard for us to do our job, you know it?
Just kind of bouncing around right now. Fella Van Vliet gonna get a top 10 here tonight if he can hang on to it. How about that? Moving on in the bracket.
And with a banner.
And with a banner.
Oh, wait a minute. It's too soon to talk about him. Now he's going to wreck.
No,
we're going to get cussed out tomorrow.
Well, 5 laps to go, Terry. Gap 1.2 seconds. Might have to stay up here and watch this battle for the lead. Jamie locks up the right front tire a little bit right there.
Jamie with a little bit better launch out of there than Carroll.
Carroll is coming. Gap still 1.2. 5 laps to go here at Daytona Road. Where are we going next week, Terry? Or not next week, but the following week.
We go to Michigan, bud,
That's
for
right.
120
That's right. You said
laps.
that earlier.
Yeah, I did say that earlier. But yeah, we go to Michigan for 120 laps. That's going to be a fun race to look at and watch. One track I've always really enjoyed going to in a racing is Michigan.
Gap down
Carroll
to a
actually, I think,
second.
fell back a little bit.
Nope, it's down to a second now, Terry. And it is closing. Four laps to go this time by for Jamie Walker. But Chris Carroll is there.
Man, Carroll got real close to the wall coming to the start-finish line. Start-finish line that time, coming out of that little chicane thing. S's, whatever you want to call it.
Gonna have maybe a lap car to deal with here. It's Ryan Flanagan coming off pit road.
Flanagan again, evidently just had to do, no, he had done a pit stop.
Out in front of the leaders right here. Jamie's gonna have to get around him. Gap 0.9 seconds right now. Just a little under a second. 4 laps to go.
Jamie, ooh, I thought he was going to look on the outside of that 13 car, but
Oh,
decided,
he got loose.
a little slip up.
Carroll trying to capitalize.
Nothing out of the radio yet with Walker showing displeasure with the lap car.
I think he's got something else he's got to worry about right now. Gap 0.2 of a second and shrinking. Battle for the race lead here with 4 laps to go.
Who's brave? Who's brave?
Carroll's going to be brave. Jamie's not going to give room. All over the back, gives him a shot. Jamie's got the run here on the outside. Great battle. Look at this.
That was nice of the 88, the way he came out of there quickly. But 99 now is capitalizing the speed. Oh, goes up.
Oh my.
Wow.
What in the world? Looks like Carroll kind of trying to get a run here coming out.
Jamie's not going to let that happen.
Nope.
Kind of blocks him.
3 laps to go. Jamie putting a block on him.
Carroll with the bump.
Back down into 1. Jamie goes wide. Gets loose and Carroll gets around him here. 3 laps to go.
Well, Taylor Butcher Benjamin just won his bracket playoff, whatever you want to call it. I just happened to see Zimmerman took his car to the hauler.
Jamie's got a good run here. He's still on the back bumper. This thing ain't over. 3 laps is a long time here.
Did you get to the back of that car and make him mess up by, pushing through a turn or something, Sam?
I don't know, but man, he lost a lot of time coming out of that corner.
Maybe wrong gear or something.
I don't know. He was right up on the back bumper and then Carroll just pulled away. Dave Seats is only 2.8 seconds off of Jamie Walker right now. D's 2.6 off of Seats.
Carroll with lap traffic with Flanagan in front of him.
Gonna have to make quick work as we come out of the chicane here, coming across the line. Gonna be 2 laps to go. A wiggle there out of the 99.
What 13 just is not,
it's not giving up
room.
Doesn't have to.
Absolutely not. As Carroll trying to bump him a little bit.
It's allowing Jamie Walker to get back up to him, Terry.
Carroll's actually saying his displeasure over comms. A lot of talk going on in comms. Talk about that 13 car.
He doesn't have to move, man.
No, he does not.
He's actually on a lead lap right now. Not that it would matter. There wouldn't be really a caution or anything, but okay, now he's blocking the leader. I don't know why you'd do that. Carroll,
man, hard on the brakes.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
Carroll's showing his displeasure right there.
That just put Walker right on the back end of Carroll.
White flag in the air, this time presented by Priority Auto. Walker is there. Lap car getting in the way. Carroll gives him another shot. Jamie goes wide, gets loose. It's not what Jamie needs to do right now, man. That lap car was helping him.
That gave Dave Seats, man, he jumped right
Seats
up behind.
is back up in this thing.
Wow.
I mean, the 13 is teammates with that 14. Maybe trying to hold up the leader a little bit to help Seats out. I don't know.
Very well could be. There's no rules against it. Or maybe the 88, maybe he's paying off the 13. Who knows?
I don't know. If he is, it ain't working for him yet. Carroll's still got to get around him.
See, oh, he's not going to let him go here either. Jamie Walker hard into the turn. See what happens here coming out of this bus stop.
Here he comes. What are we going to see, Terry?
Well, I don't know. We still got another turn, a couple of tight turns to make here.
I don't know
Carroll
why he
pushes him.
Yeah, I don't know why he's blocking on the last lap like that. That's not very cordial.
Oh, I thought Walker was able to get around him.
It's going to be a drag race to the line. Can Walker get there? I don't think he can. Chris Carroll's going to take it. Jamie almost had it, man.
Chris Carroll, Jamie Walker, Dave Seats. That is your top three.
Wow. Sorry for the dead air there, ladies and gentlemen. Waiting for people to get in team speak here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and Chris Carroll taking them the win, but we're catching up with our third place finisher. I believe, Terry, you got him.
Dave Seats, man, hell of a run out of that 14 tonight.
Thanks, guys.
Well, that's all you got to say. Thanks, guys. Come on, man. Talk about this race.
Dude, I'm trying to recover. I'm sweating my ass off.
I'm sure you are.
No, the first part of that race felt really good. That long caution and the way we do the time acceleration in the race, when we went back green, the track had changed so much, and just trying to get to grips with it. And I haven't really got to practice any of the night track conditions. So, I mean, first would have been nice where we were at the end of the first part of the race, but I'll still take a third solid finish considering where I was in the practice and whatnot today.
Well, one good thing, man, you do move on into your battle of the head-to-head combat stuff we're doing here. You beat out Poliski, so good thing there. I mean, did you think? It looks like you was up there for a while, you dropped back. You up there for a while, you dropped back. Was a setup of the car or track? What?
No, I was just trying to keep the car under me. The car was very slidey. In the beginning, I felt pretty, like I said, pretty consistent. But once we took the green flag and after the caution, I couldn't get the rhythm down. The car either wanted to lock the front wheel up, or the one time I was ahead of Mr. Walker going into the bus stop, and the back end just walked, and I gathered it up. I had to go through the grass and get an X, which ran my 0X, but I was able to gather the car. Didn't take out Walker or myself. Didn't do any damage to the car. So at that point, it was just damage limitation. Just maintain the gap to fourth, stay in third, and just bring it home. There was no sense just driving the wheels off and throwing away a top 3 finish after that incident.
Absolutely, man. I agree with you. So we'll get you back down to your teammates here in a second. Who do you got to thank on the car this week?
I got to thank, first of all, Limitless team. They all in here racing, calling out strategy on the fly. Then I got Full Scent Graphics that does my paint for me, and Mishmash Gaming. That's our esports sponsor.
All right, Mr. Seats. Well, since you couldn't win this one like you did at Watkins Glen, I guess you'll take a third place. And remember, we're off next week, but in 2 weeks we go to Michigan, buddy. So we'll see you in Michigan.
Sounds good, gentlemen. Have yourselves a good evening.
Thank you.
That's your third place finisher, Dave Seats. And I'm going to catch up here with our second place finisher. And that's Jamie Walker. And Jamie, you gave up one heck of a fight there, man, or you put up one heck of a fight, I should say. Lap car almost gave it to you there. Just kind of walk me through those closing laps, man.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that lap car. He was causing all kinds of issues. He threw a bunch of dirty air on my car, and I lost all front end grip there after I got in front of me there, and I just couldn't do that anymore.
Well, hey, man, you managed to come home second place here tonight. Almost had to win, but second place is still good. Points night for you, Jamie. I guess I'll just give you the floor, man. Who you got to shout out?
Well, first off, it's really good to be running good again. I've had a bad few weeks. I don't know. It's definitely a good kick in the butt here. Make back up. I know I still got it. Got to thank everybody here on the Mountain Dew crew. You guys up in the booth doing an outstanding job every weekend, week out. Savage, Edge, we got all kinds of guys. Just can't thank these guys enough.
All right, Jamie. Hey, congratulations on second place here. And as Terry's been saying, we're off next week, but we're coming back the following week in Michigan, so we'll see you there.
Then for guys, have a good, safe Memorial weekend.
That was second place, Jamie Walker. And Terry, I believe you're catching up with our race winner.
Absolutely. Chris Carroll, Sam and Terry got us.
I got a copy, Terry Foster.
Third win, brother. This is your first road win this season?
This season, yeah. I think I think I got one last season at Sonoma. Yeah. I got lucky.
Yeah. So, man, 99 looked good tonight. There's a couple times, Walker and Seats both got you where you was running, had to run behind them. And I'm sure you're still upset about this, but I need you to talk about the last few laps here.
When the lapper was in the way, I'm sure Jamie's upset about it too. I don't know. He had a run-in with the Stewart early, and I think he was just out there trying to wreck the race. But I feel bad for Jamie. Helped me make up some time, but he cost me a lot of time too. So not sure what he was doing out there, but we were racing really hard, and we would have liked to settle that like men.
Yeah, you guys definitely was, and when you guys got behind a lap car, Jamie actually got to your bumper a couple of times. And man, I tell you what, from Sam and I, we're on the edge of our seat watching that battle. But awesome job out of that 99, hell of a win tonight. Who do you got think on that car tonight, buddy?
Well, I was hoping you would ask me about my paint scheme. People said some stuff last week. Yeah, it's okay. I should have told you. I didn't know if I would get an interview, but I got the Black Hat Hacker on there this week. We're the Black Hat in this league now, and I decided to take on that role and do it correctly. So I just have to thank USAFirearms.com. I got to thank Tanner Marr. I got to thank Savage Edge. I got to thank everybody that sponsors this league. And that is one more for the red car, one more for the black hat, and one more for the bad guy, Terry.
And guess what, Chris? You also won. Well, of course, you got your. You move on with your bracket along with Jamie and Dave Seats also. So, man, we'll get you back down there where you was. Congratulations. Remember, we're off next week. Then we head to Michigan for 120 laps.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yep.
As your race winner, Chris Carroll. And Terry, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Final thoughts.
I tell you what, this bracket thing, I know we talked a lot about this last couple of weeks, but Cody Gibson, Josh Rutherford won his. Mark Arthur, of course. Here's one. Sam Lawson. Sam Lawson was able to win his bracket against Steven Johnson.
All right.
So Ty Morosco won his against Marr and Butcher Benjamin and on and forth and all that. So congratulations to this guys.
All right. Well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Chris Carroll taking home the win. Walker second. Dave Seats third. The rest of your results on your screen down to 18th. We're off next week for Blazing Pedals for Memorial Day weekend, so everybody have a safe Memorial Day. And with that being said, we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, everybody.